I can see where like those movies could really psych people out.
I don't know about you. I left that theater.
Yeah, I was being extra careful driving.
I was driving, and I was looking at everything when I'm driving, going, "You fucking move, bro." I was, especially they're doing construction on 30, and I was looking at the cranes, going, "You fucking move, bro! Don't you dare fuck."
Yeah, that's all.
It's the Lame Guys Podcast.
Okay, so we skipped last week.
Yeah, I had a lot going on, dude.
No, it's not, bro. It's just life in general
Yeah.
going on, bro. And I even feel like even for us, it was just one thing after another.
Yeah.
So we back. We back for this one. And I feel like there's a lot that we've missed and a lot we need to cover.
Yes.
We've had to go in and limit how much we put inside today's episode. Yeah. But one thing I want to get to, this could have honestly been both our wrestling topic and obviously our pop culture one, bro. But it looks like we're going to get a Street Fighter movie, bro. And you know who's going to be the star of it?
Yeah, my boy.
Roman Reigns. Yes, sir. Roman Reigns and Jason Momoa are going to star in the live-action Street Fighter movie. And I think they also casted a couple others. Noah.
Centineo?
Yes, he's in it. And I think
he's who we want. Remember, we wanted him to be Dick Grayson so bad.
Oh, bro, he would have been a good one. He's big, too.
I still think he could.
He's a big dude.
He's still young. But I'm saying, I was like at that peak of.
And then he ended up going to be Adam Smasher in the Black Adam movie and everything like that. But nonetheless, Street Fighter, how are we feeling?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, I've never been a big Street Fighter guy. Are you? Yeah, I mean, I'm more just excited to see Roman in a project because he's been open about it before, how he wants to transition to Hollywood. Maybe not so much as like The Rock, but he does want to transition to Hollywood. So I'm just more so excited to see that, and also him be with Jason Momoa,
fellow Polynesian.
Yes,
so that's good for their culture,
right? What's funny too is he said he didn't know who the Usos were. Remember?
Yeah, he said Jay. Yeah,
yeah, and so then, which I even said, I was like, bro, they're like, aren't they the like? Well, Samoan. I don't know if that's the same as Is that the same as Polynesian? Okay. So that's why I was surprised by that. But I mean, I don't know, dude. Either way, I don't think enough people watch this for us to get flamed up anyway. But now he's gonna know because now he'll meet Roman, and then I'm sure they'll be cordial. And so maybe now we'll see Jason Momoa be more into wrestling.
That'd be badass. I'm sure we'll see him pop up at a Mania or something like that. Roman's gonna give him some tickets and everything.
But nonetheless, I'm excited for it just to see Roman, and then also like he fits the part. Like I know for people who probably don't know Roman Reigns, like he's got the body to be in Street Fighter.
Yeah,
like,
for real.
Like he's got the look, he's got the body, like he fits that role.
And one thing that we always talk about when it comes to wrestling is at the end of the day, bro, they are actors.
Yeah.
And some of them can do very well.
Right.
I mean, we say that, but then we've also seen wrestlers go into acting and we go, that was okay.
Well,
that was okay. But then I don't know if it's the movie's fault or their
that's what
fault.
I was gonna say. It's like I think like your biggest take, like not your biggest take specifically, but like the biggest proof of that is like the WWE produced movies.
Yeah.
Those are like shitty movies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then you put The Rock with like somebody who's actual Hollywood producer, you see what happens. You know, like we'll find out with Liv.
Yes.
Liv's gonna be in a movie, and it's not WWE produced, and so then we'll really be able to tell, like, okay, is it just WWE sucks at making movies, or which I think that's what it is. But
I don't know, bro. See No Evil is pretty good.
I mean, I thought they were all right. Like, I only watched, I think, like the first one.
I only watched the first one.
There's two.
I think it's three. I think.
Yeah, so I didn't watch. I just watched the first one because like they were tying it into the storyline in wrestling, and so I thought that shit was so cool. So, and I remember watching it on Sci-Fi, but I mean, I thought it was all right.
Kane, it also could be because
it also could be because I know, like, we already knew Kane, so we weren't scared of Kane, you know. Yeah. But isn't that crazy? Like, that goes back to what I was talking about before. I know this isn't the wrestling podcast, but isn't that crazy that goes back to before when the King used to make him seem so hideous, and that's his real face. That's his real face. That's what he actually looks like. And then to put him in a scary movie, and they didn't. That's just his real face.
Yeah, bro. You're supposed to see him and go, ah!
Yeah,
get scared, bro.
Bro, and I was scared of him, and I was like, bro, that's his. I didn't. Well, I thought he was burned, and so I believed it. I believed the whole thing.
His real face, bro. We're supposed to look at that face, and go, he's horrendous.
He's enough to be in a fucking slasher horror movie, like So, but no, I hope Roman Reigns does good, man. I think it'll be great. Street Fighter. I think it's also one of those movies that you just have to have good action. That's really all that matters.
Yes. I'm not going to this movie to looking for any great story.
Yeah, I'm not going to see Roman Reigns' acting chops. I want to go see him beat some ass.
Yeah,
know?
I'm about to say. And same with the Mortal Kombat movie that came out a couple years ago. And I'm looking forward to the second one because at the end of the day, I was there to go see some fighting.
We went and saw that first one together, right?
Yes. What you call it? I was just looking forward to seeing that shit.
Yeah.
So I mean, now I'm looking forward to the second one because I don't really remember what the story was about.
I was gonna say I don't really remember.
But
much for the
guess
first
what,
one.
bro? I remember the fights and they were badass.
Yeah.
So I'm ready to see that. So same with Street
Yeah.
Fighter. Wasn't into Street Fighter as a kid, playing the video games or anything like that. I had friends I did play. I watched. I was more into Mortal Kombat, not tremendously, but I was a Mortal Kombat person rather than Street Fighter. It was either.
Yeah, the only time I play Street Fighter is like they're always in those
arcades.
Like, yes. Anytime anybody has like an arcade game, it's always like Street Fighter.
Yep. But pretty much it. Yeah, I agree though. I'm more excited to just see Roman Reigns as soon as that was announced. I was like, oh hell yeah! So like,
Bro, they gotta throw the Usos in there,
bro. So instantly in my head, I thought, will Roman try to talk about getting his cousins in there? Yes, bro. Yeah. And then instantly
Jacob
I thought,
Fatu, bro.
And then instantly I thought, make Fatu go in there, boy. And you know what's gonna piss me off? As soon as The Rock goes, hey, let me try. Nah, bro. Nah, go away.
Rock, I'm so soured on The Rock. I don't want The Rock. Yeah, I don't want The Rock. No, he can stay out of there. But we
want The Rock on this podcast. But in that movie, no. It's okay.
Either or. All right, episode 81 of the Lame Guys Podcast. I'm Mario.
I'm Vincent.
Like you said, bro, we missed last week. We had a lot going on, so there's a lot to cover. Yep. So what do you want to start with? We saw Final Destination Bloodlines.
Final Destination
Bloodlines. Give a review on that.
Yep.
I want to see the Mission Impossible movie.
So you going through and made you?
So I want to see it because the trailer looks good. So I've gone through and watched the first 4. I'm taking a couple day break just because it's a lot to watch in like 2 days. And they're all kind of it's all kind of the same a little
shit.
Bit, yeah. But nonetheless, they're still cool. They're badass. Like I understand why people like them.
At the end of the day, Tom Cruise is just one of those stars, bro.
Yeah, well, dude, especially like in the first 2 movies when he's like really young. Cause those are like kind of like the first one came out in '96, so I was.
Really?
Yeah, the first one.
So shit.
So like, dude, you just see the fucking aura on this guy. Like you could just tell right away. Like I'm sure when those movies came out, everyone knew he was gonna be a star. And so then I think it's by like the 4th one. That's when he looks like our Tom Cruise, if that makes sense.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's younger in the first 3, but then in the 4th one, it's like, oh, that's our Tom Cruise.
I think I looked it up and it was 2012.
Yeah, the 4th one.
And then the 5th one was 2015. Yes.
Yep. So, so I started the 5th one. I'm gonna take a little break. I'll probably finish them up next week. But I do want to watch the new one. It does look good.
I have a credit ready, bro. I legit told Emily. I was like, hey, me and Mario are probably gonna end up seeing some movie on a Tuesday, so I got to keep this one ready.
Yeah, I do want to watch that one. Because the trailer just looks phenomenal.
It really does.
And I will say, just based off these 4 first ones, I don't think you would have to watch them all.
So, okay, that was going to be my thing saying, gosh, I've only watched, what I say earlier, 4?
Rogue Nation.
Yes.
Oh, no, Ghost Protocol.
Yes, I've only watched that one. And I really did like it. How come I didn't watch the rest? I don't know. Especially the one with Henry Cavill. I should have. I didn't. Whatever. So I'm thinking to myself, do I need to go back and watch all the other ones? Because in the trailer, they show there's a lot of callbacks. In the trailer, off the cuff, they show you there's a lot of callbacks to the past. And it looks like it's all going to come back to haunt him in some way for this new one. But was it Final Reckoning or Final something like that?
This new one?
Mission Impossible Final Reckoning,
yeah,
right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Well, I just mean in the sense of so far in all 4 movies, there's been a different cast. You have like your one person, like you have 1 or 2 people that have made reappearances, but like it's always different people that are in the movies. So that's why I was like, honestly, I don't know if you would really have to watch. I guess like they'll probably bring different people from like pull a Fast and the Furious and bring different people from the movie. But as far as like the story goes, it's always a different mission. It's always so like I don't know. Maybe just watch like the most recent 2.
Haley Atwell's in it, so I'll probably go watch it.
Yeah.
Go that, you know.
But yeah, dude, I do want to watch it, so we'll have to find a.
Thursday I went to go see Stitch.
Lilo
Stitch.
How was that?
It was fun, bro. It was a fun little movie. They changed a couple things from the animated one, which was fine, and I understand why they did it because some stuff probably wouldn't translate too well in live action. The one character that was missing was Captain Gantu.
Which a lot of people complained about.
Yeah, I'm about to say it made its rounds on Twitter before I even saw it, and I was like, damn, he's not in it? Yeah, and they just switched another character for that spot or whatever, so that was a little bit of a switch. But other than that, dude, took the family. Little one loved it. She sat there, watched it. She got a little wiggly, she was just bouncing from lap to lap to lap, but nonetheless, she for real watched it, and she enjoyed it. It's a fun little movie, man.
Yeah,
fun little movie.
That's good. I've seen positive things. I saw like Rotten Tomatoes had like 70%, but the audience was like 90-something%.
Yeah, as of right now, it's at 69%. Yeah, and then 90-some% for the
it's like the popcorn
for the
which is the audience
score. Yeah, and they also threw out this number saying Disney made over 2.6 billion from Lilo and Stitch merchandise sales in 2024.
Oh, wow.
It is one of Disney's top 10 best-selling franchises. So that made me the reason why I want to bring that one up, because I remember when me and you first started talking about it, and we were talking about how big Lilo and Stitch is, and you're like, I don't know if it really is, because you know, kids nowadays, they probably just don't know. And I was trying to like tell you, bro, like it is,
and maybe
it is, because in my head I'm thinking it's not just because of this movie. Every holiday, literally, like leading up to whatever, it could be an Easter, you're going to see a Stitch with some Easter bunny ears, a Santa Stitch. You're going to see, because Stitch is just one of those characters that's just timeless at the end of the day.
I don't know though. I don't really see that.
No, I'm okay. See,
I never see Stitch like in years and stuff.
What's funny is I want to say pay attention now, but now it sucks because the movie's out, so more stuff's going to be even out.
Before the movie, I never really saw Stitch anywhere.
Bro, I promise you. And
but you also go out a lot more than I do. Like, you go to different places than I do.
Well, it's not even that. It's just Walmart, Target, stuff like that.
I don't even go to, like, dude, Teresa does all this. Like, I don't go to, dude. I mean, I only go to Walmart if like I need something, but I'll go months without going to Walmart, especially Target. I won't be at Target. Like, you guys go once a week, it seems like. Like, dude, I will go months without going to Target, Walmart. Yeah. So, like, maybe that could be a reason why.
No, yeah. And so, like, even, like, whenever we discuss, I thought to myself, nah, bro, like, you don't understand. It's really big. But now it's hard for me to be like, pay attention now. Because, like I said, it's out.
Well, the movie's out.
It's out. And now, not just that, now there's merchandise everywhere.
Also, I think sometimes you forget to look at it, not you specifically, but just, like, in general. I think sometimes you forget to look at it from a parent aspect.
Yeah.
Some of them are like, oh, good, a kid movie. I can take my kid and we can go kill 2-3 hours.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And so there's that aspect as well. So it could be people that weren't even into Lilo and Stitch or whatever, or kids that don't know Lilo and Stitch, but they're still going to take them because it's a kid movie.
100%.
And Disney movies are always like big, and so
I'm very curious.
Also have that aspect.
I'm very curious how the final box office is going to look like for this movie. I think it's going to do great numbers.
You think it's going to hit a bill?
There's a good possibility.
Really?
There's a good possibility. Our theater was sold out.
Well, yeah, I think the first few weeks will be sold out for sure.
Well, even in my head, I was thinking, wow.
Especially Monday?
For a Thursday. Oh, Monday.
Monday's Memorial Day. Everyone's out of school.
Smart.
Yeah.
Well, even in my head, I was thinking, damn, for a Thursday premiere, it's
summer's now, too.
Yeah, technically.
So, yeah, you're probably right. They put that out perfect.
No, they timed that shit perfectly, dude, because that thing, I mean, it works.
No, yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, it works. Hit a bill.
And that merchandise or whatever, because in my head, I thought to myself, ooh, we're going to get a popcorn bucket, all this cool shit. Sold the fuck out, bro.
Really?
Gone. We were lucky to even get a little cup for Elena. Like, nonetheless.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Good movie, man. Had a great time. If you want to kill an hour and 48 minutes, go watch Lilo and Stitch. We got a lot of Marvel news, bro. Yeah. We got a lot of stuff. And, of course, we got all this stuff when Twitter decides to mess up, bro. Yeah, so DMs were just fucked. Yeah. We were trying to send each other stuff. And in my head, I'm thinking, Mario, how come you're not freaking out to all this stuff?
No, well, like I sent you DMs too, and I checked, and they weren't sending.
Nonetheless, we'll just start off with this one, probably one we can get through kind of quick. There's rumors about, bro, from N. Snyder, one of the scoopers that we always see pop up. We've talked about it plenty of times. The Ghost Rider may make an appearance inside Avengers Doomsday. And Marvel Studios is currently in the trying to cast the next Ghost Rider right now. That is insane. Honestly,
should they do Norman Reedus? Should they do Norman Reedus?
Oh,
Daryl.
That's one.
That's always been like
that's always been the one because it's not even like a typecast type thing. Like he also just like he could just fit that shit, that Johnny Blaze feel, and I would really go for it. So it'd be like, do we go with Johnny Blaze, which is the classic, the one on the motorcycle, or do we go with the Robbie Reyes one where he has his damn Charger or whatever? That thing's sick as hell too. Did you watch the Ghost Rider movies, the Nicolas Cage ones? Okay,
yeah, I don't really know much about Ghost Rider.
Okay, so even in the was it Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I know there was one season where Ghost Rider was in. That was the Robbie Reyes where, Hispanic dude and everything like that. He had that Charger, sick as hell. Did I watch the show because of it? Hell no. Watch a ton of clips, though, because, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., her was trash. But nonetheless, another character to add to Avengers Doomsday. Gosh, damn, this movie's going to be huge, so packed, bro.
It's going to be huge. It's going to be a ton of stars.
There's going to be so many. And I was genuinely surprised that they said they're trying to cast a new one, because in my head I thought, bro, if you're already bringing back a whole bunch of different characters, just bring Nicolas Cage back. Just bring him back at this point. I know they were talking about, because Ryan Reynolds talked about for the Deadpool Wolverine, he was trying to get Nicolas Cage to come back and do it, and he said no. Or either he said no, or like they just couldn't come to like an agreement with scheduling wise. But I'm like, damn, if you're already in talks to do that, tell them to come back for an Avengers movie. Get
And they
that
still,
bag.
I guess they still could.
Huh?
I guess they still could.
I mean, they really could,
Yeah.
yeah. Just because they're trying to cast a new one doesn't mean that new one is going to be in Doomsday.
Right.
So, I mean, that's true, too. But speaking of Avengers, bro, Avengers Doomsday, Avengers Secret Wars, they got delayed.
Which I don't know. I mean, I know that sucks, but I mean, come on. Like, do we really think they were really gonna do that turnaround so fast like
Yes.
that, dude? I did not. We even said, dude, they are moving, and for the date that they have to make, they have to move like in continuous
They
movement.
got a year.
This movie's gonna be huge, bro.
Yeah.
I just think about how long we talk about it all the time. Think about how long Spider-Man. What's the third one gonna be?
The what?
What there's an Into the Spider-Verse, Beyond the Spider-Verse. What's the third one?
No, it's Beyond is the new one.
Yes, Beyond. Think about how long that's gonna be, and that's an animated movie.
That's different.
I just think there's too many moving parts with this. I fully expected this to be pushed back.
So yeah, Variety. I mean, like I said, it blew up Twitter. At least a part of for our stuff. What we look up. It says Variety put out the report. The Avengers will need a few more months to be assembled. Disney has delayed the release of Marvel Studios' upcoming team-up feature, Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. Doomsday is now set to debut December 18th, 2026, moving off 7 months from its original date slated for May 1st, 2026 to match the follow-up. Avengers Secret Wars is now going to be moved to December 17th. When it was previously slated for May 7th. So both movies going from May to December, I thought, yay, birthday movies.
Well, not only that, dude. Like, we worked at the movies. Anytime a big movie gets put on Christmas, I just think brilliant. Because, dude, we worked at the movies, and we know how busy Christmas fucking Day is.
Yeah.
And to put, so that's going to be a huge Christmas movie, dude. It's going to do numbers on Christmas Day.
We know how busy movie theaters can be on Christmas. And we both quit in Christmas.
Well, yeah, but we did work one Christmas.
We did.
Yeah. We did work one Christmas, and then we quit and we were going to be there, but they let us go.
We did. We try to be courteous and everything like that. We try to time it. All right, we'll at least be there for the opening weekend.
Yeah.
And then after that Sunday, we are gone.
Yeah.
And they said, screw that. Y'all are gone.
So either way, though, yes, we know how busy it is. And so anytime a movie gets put on Christmas, I think that is brilliant because you make a ton of money. If your movie is hot and it's on Christmas Day, you'll make a ton of money. There's one positive to this that I see. Now they come out after Spider-Man.
Yep.
So I think Spider-Man's got to be in it now.
Yeah.
Because originally, remember, we didn't know if he was going to be in it, and there was rumors that he wasn't going to be.
And then even the way it was going to turn out was Avengers Doomsday was going to come out before Spider-Man, Brand New Day. And, Brand New Day got announced and everything like that. They were trying to move, announce Sadie Sink is going to be in it, all these moving parts, who's going to be what, yada, yada, yada. It looks like Steven
Yeun
is going to be in it. Mr. Negative?
Yeah,
we never
that's
know.
what I think.
One thing I don't think I spoke to you about, but I think I spoke to Marco a while back, is saying that it sucks that he wasn't going to be Sentry. But one thing that we know about Marvel, just because you audition for one thing and it didn't work out, they'll always keep you for something else.
He got the role of Sentry too, by the way.
He did get the role, but scheduling conflict and everything, it didn't work out in the end. But even just hearing about who is it? Bullseye. Poindexter. He auditioned for Captain America.
Yeah.
And it's crazy that even though it wasn't in the MCU nonetheless, but he still stuck with Marvel.
So did Jim. What's his name? I always call him Jim, but it's not his real name.
John Krasinski?
Yeah, John. He auditioned for Captain America.
Oh, did he?
Ended up being it was a little small part.
But still,
nonetheless.
Nonetheless. So no matter what, they will always keep you in the back pocket to be like, hey, if there's ever a role that could fit, we'll call you.
Yeah.
Steven Yeun, bro, as Mr. Negative.
I think that would be good.
I think that'd be a good one, and especially off the games. I mean, the games are still fairly new-ish and everything like that. Not bad.
Yeah.
We'll get him in there, and everyone loves Glenn.
Yeah, for real.
So, yes, now Avengers is going to come out.
Invincible now, too.
Yeah, Invincible, yes. Yeah. Gosh, damn, I forget. You know what's so crazy? I always think about, I'm like, I don't know why. I just think, bro, the voice just, I don't think about Steven Yeun.
Yeah.
But it's cool. It's great.
Yeah. Well, it's weird because he's got one of those voices, too, that fits a teenager as well. You know what I mean?
So it's it's crazy. Imagine if he really was Sentry. The whole time I just thinking, damn it.
Well, and I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I think it ended up working out perfect because now I can't envision anybody else other than the guy who played Bob. I forget his name, but because also Well, and you can do a lot with like muscle suits and stuff, but Steven Yeun is not the most muscly guy.
No.
So that's why it was hard.
I know he was working out though.
Yeah, and I'm sure he would have killed it because he's a great actor. But I'm
Yes.
just saying, like now after we've gotten Thunderbolts, it's hard to envision it.
No, yeah. But yes, you're right. Looks like Tom Holland can make that appearance, bro, in Doomsday.
I feel like you have to now. Like if it's
Yes.
coming out before Avengers Doomsday, you have to put him in there now.
Yep.
Like you have to. And I'm sure they'll have to twist some things in the Spider-Man story as well. And to
that's
tie
fine.
into Avengers Doomsday. So that was my one positive out of it. But I'm not gonna lie, dude. I thought it was a tight window. Just because there's so many moving parts to this. And I'm sure they want to make this amazing. And so I was not surprised when they moved it back.
So Spider-Man. So obviously, it said May 1st was going to be the original date for Avengers Doomsday, and Spider-Man Brand New Day was going to come out July 31st.
Yeah,
your birthday movie. We'll do that. What you call it? So, I mean, now we passed it. We good. December 18th as a new date for Doomsday. Sounds great to me, bro. Yeah, some good movies coming out next year.
But I think we're gonna go a little bit without getting any Marvel movies, right? We're gonna go a bit.
Well, I mean, because
Now that
after
it's getting pushed
Fantastic,
back.
it's literally just going to be Spider-Man as the next one.
Yes, we're gonna go pretty much a year.
7 months. Or not 7 months, less than 7 months.
Wait, I thought you said. Oh, when does Spider-Man New Day come out?
Next year.
When? What month?
July 2026.
And then Fantastic Four comes out this year in July, so we'll go 12 months.
Oh, damn.
That's
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
was
my bad.
I was
Yeah,
like, wait, what?
A year,
Why
yeah.
7
We'll go a year.
months? Yeah, we're gonna go a year without a Marvel movie.
Wow, bro.
Yeah, that's gonna be
Damn.
tough.
And think about it, Fantastic Four is really going to set us some shit.
Right,
bro.
and so let's say like Fantastic Four really hits it and then sets up some shit. We gotta wait a whole year.
Nah, damn, you right, bro.
Yeah.
Gosh, bro.
But either way, no, I mean now I look at that and I think Spider-Man's for sure got to be in Avengers Doomsday.
So one thing crazy about Avengers showing up in December, bro, of next year, it has to compete, which I don't think there's any competition, but now it's gonna have to compete. Dune 3 comes out the same exact day.
I think Dune 3 gets pushed back as well.
Dune 3 Messiah is going to be coming out December 18th as well, bro. And already Twitter is talking about Avengers Doomsday, bro. The way the Barbenheimer
that would
thing.
be crazy. Yeah, that would.
Imagine,
Dude, the
bro.
movies
Would
would
we
be-
do a double feature, bro?
I would be down.
Holy shit,
the movies
bro.
would be fucking crazy.
But
I think Dune 3 gets pushed back though.
Oh, I was going to mention, bro, if one movie has to move, it's going to be Dune.
Yeah.
For one, I don't know if they shot it yet.
Yeah,
Or
and
did
I see Timothy out and about all the time. He's at the Knicks games. He's out
Yes, bro.
everywhere. So like,
Yeah, he's
I don't-
at the next game, got the Jenners
Yeah.
with him, bro. He's happy,
I
bro.
don't think. I think that gets pushed back. I think
Unless they
that's-
already filmed it.
I don't think they have though. I mean, maybe. Yeah.
Unless they already filmed it.
Maybe they move it up. If they've already filmed it, then maybe they can move it up.
Yeah, maybe move it up a month.
Yeah.
Just move it up
I
a
thought they
month.
weren't. I thought they hadn't filmed it yet though, because I thought I saw Zendaya was like about to go start filming that shit.
I don't know, bro. Well, at the same time, she's gonna have to go film Spider-Man soon
Yeah.
too. Fuck, bro.
So see, I see it get pushed back. I see it get pushed back.
Well, along with Dune Messiah and Avengers, bro, the other movies are coming out next December. It's gonna be Shrek 5, Ice Age 6, and Jumanji 4. Bro, that's 3 family movies right
God
there.
Damn.
That's
Yeah.
3 family movies.
Chris, dude, I feel so bad for the movie. Yeah.
Bro.
And I say that, but my ass gonna be there. Fucking like Chris.
Oh, bro, and the funny thing is, maybe Ice Age I'll skip, but everything else I'm gonna see.
No, I'm gonna watch all of them because Jaden. We've seen all the Ice Ages now because Jaden's watched them all. So
we have yet to show Elena Ice Age. At least I have yet. I don't know if Emily has.
So Jaden's seen them all. So now at this point, like I'm gonna go watch the newest one.
You said fuck.
So yeah, and Shrek 5.
Yeah,
Jaden's seen
Shrek
all
5,
the Shreks.
yeah.
She's seen all the Shreks, so I'm gonna go see Shrek 5.
Elena's only seen 1 and 2.
And then
hasn't
by
seen
then
3.
she'll be ready to go to the movies. So yeah, we'll probably be taking her to all those. And then Avengers and I'm probably see 5 movies that month.
God damn, yeah. Shrek 5, Ice Age 6, Jumanji 4, Dune
4
Messiah,
I'm gonna watch.
and Avengers Doomsday, bro.
I'm telling you,
it says
something-
shaping up to become the biggest month ever for the industry.
I'm telling you,
Yes.
something's moving off that month.
Okay.
And I foresee it being Dune.
Dune is going to move. Shrek is going to move. Bro, honestly, Avengers and maybe Ice Age.
Jumanji has always come out on Christmas. Jumanji's always come out December. It always has. All 3 movies have been December movies, and I know that because all 3 of those were our Christmas movies.
Yeah,
for my family. So
I'm trying to think Avengers not moving. That's it.
well,
That's
no.
done.
Yeah, everyone else is fitting around Avengers.
You
but I
say
also
everyone
think
better
like
just buckle up.
But I also think Ice Age is getting a bag either way because
It's a
kid
family movie. Yes,
Yeah,
so that's gonna be two different demographics.
Christmas Day is gonna be full. I also think Jumanji is gonna do well either way because that is also another family movie for people that don't care about superheroes or just want to take. I think people will go watch that one.
Yeah, Dune and Shrek are gonna be the first ones to go.
Yeah. I could also say Shrek staying as well. Just
Shrek, I already know they're already in recording. So with them doing if they're already in
You're saying
recording,
they can move it up.
They could probably move it up.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, if they're recording, that means they're having stuff to animate. Like, animation is already there so they can watch and do the voice recording. Move it up.
Yeah.
Even like
move it up or
to
keep it. I mean, personally, I think Shrek is a bigger IP anyway than Ice Age. So it's like,
if
I was Shrek, I'd be like, bitch, I'm not moving. Like, you fucking move. So,
yes.
But I could totally see Shrek also staying.
Yeah, Shrek is definitely a bigger IP than Ice Age, but it's crazy that they're on Ice Age 6.
I kind of look at it as either the only movies that I think either have to move are Avengers Doomsday or Dune. And Avengers Doomsday is not moving. So it's Dune.
Yeah. I'll say they did this big rollout, broke the internet real quick.
So.
Just because of that. Yeah, they're not going nowhere, bro.
Yep. What else we got?
As far as Marvel, that's pretty much all we got. You want to get in Final Destination?
Yeah, for sure. So I don't know about you. I've only seen like the first. I've seen clips and pieces of other Final Destinations, but I don't ever seen like the first one.
What's the first one? The one with the log, that log truck.
See, I don't even remember. This is a while ago.
Nonetheless,
the first one came out in 2000.
So nonetheless, whatever one that one is, I've only seen bits and pieces because when it used to come on TV,
they're all on HBO Max.
And if I was scrolling through the channel as a kid, boom, it pop up.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, okay, I think it was like on Spike or some shit.
They're all on HBO Max. So my dilemma was, do I watch all the Final Destinations or do I watch the Mission Impossibles?
Nope.
But then I was like, I don't need to watch Final Destination. I know the concept. And then really in this movie, you don't have to watch. No. It was literally pretty much a reboot.
Yeah.
So yeah, you want to rank it? Are we going full spoiler? Or?
Yeah, full spoiler.
Yeah, it's been out like 2 weeks now by the time this comes out.
Yeah, we good.
Ranking for Final Destination Bloodlines. 3. Are you ready?
Yeah, sure.
3, 2, 1,
like
6. I give it a 6.
Yeah.
I honestly thought it was gonna be better.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Me, in my head, I thought I'm gonna go into this movie, and honestly, I just want to have a good time. I want to like not necessarily freak out, but I want to be like, oh my god. And I did a couple times, and it was pretty good. Story, it was whatever. You know,
the acting was whatever.
Yeah,
there was a lot of cringe acting. I thought, especially from the main girl.
Her name.
I brought the cast up. My bad.
Caitlin Santana.
Yeah, and that's no disrespect. This is no disrespect, but I mean, yeah, it was some cringe acting. I thought. Yeah, Caitlin Santa Joanna.
Yeah.
And then also the brother, I thought had a lot of cringe acting. Tio Briones as Charlie. Yeah. I thought he had a lot of cringe acting. The best part for me was Richard Harmon as Eric, the brother.
Dude, he was really good.
Yeah, he was good.
He was really good. I took notes during the movie because so we didn't see it together. For those listening, we didn't watch it together. Timing wise, it just wasn't going to work out. So Mario went separate earlier that morning, and then later in the evening, I went to go see it. I took notes during it, and here's my notes. And you'll know what I'm talking about, unless for those who have watched it, you'll know as well. Final Destination, first hand popped up. Beat that kid's ass, bro. Jumping in the elevator. What's wrong with you? That's right. Fuck that kid. Because
especially throwing the fucking penny, dude.
Bro,
to beat his ass.
Yeah. So beat his ass, jumping on that damn elevator, and when he died, bro, I thought, fuck that kid, bro. Which was crazy.
Yeah,
he for real made it out of that whole.
I did like how they did
that. Was it Sky View? And that what they called it or whatever, bro? Like so the whole
piano.
Yes, bro. Oh my. No, was it the piano?
Yeah, I thought it was. The piano fell.
No, the piano fell on that lady.
Well, yeah, but and then it went past the glass. Oh, and then from the glass, you see body start falling, and the piano just falls on him.
Bro, oh my gosh, all because of a fucking piano, bro, or a penny.
Yes,
literally. And at the end of it, or after a while, I just thought to myself, bro, I don't want to fuck with pennies anymore. Like I fuck pennies, bro. And then
actually, they're stopping making pennies.
And then I end up hearing that they're stopping pennies. And I thought, good riddance, bro. Yeah. And then I think Chris or whatever C3 posted. Man, traumatized the whole new generation. I was like, yes, bro. Fuck for pennies, real. Bro. I don't know if that penny has significance like in any other Final Destinations or whatever.
Well, I do know that like the other Final Destinations, I think also have something along the lines that it's like one little thing and it has a trickle effect on to everything else. So, but as far as the penny goes, no, I don't know.
The next thing I wrote down was never walk near garbage trucks. Cause my gosh, bro, Stephanie called that thing to a T, bro, of what could happen, bro.
Really did.
Homegirl got kicked in the face.
Got the order wrong.
Yeah, homegirl got kicked in the face by a soccer ball, ended up in a garbage truck. Garbage truck Flip their ass inside. Oh, fuck that. Rest in peace, Tony Todd. He was JB.
Yeah.
That's Venom, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's Venom from the Spider-Man 2 video game, bro. And then the other note I wrote down was, don't touch those babies in the hospital, bro. The brothers. When
he thought, he was like,
and they go, well, nah,
no,
of course not. We're not going.
Yeah. Ultimately, do you have more notes?
No, that's all I have.
Ultimately, I'm not saying I didn't have a good time. It was a good time. I just thought, like, with what I was seeing online, I thought I was going to be a little better. I thought I was going to see a lot more, like, and this sounds fucked up to say, but I thought I was going to see, like, a lot more, like, kills, like gruesome kills.
Really?
And it did have a good amount, but like I just thought it was gonna be more.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like I think
more than just the main characters.
And I think the movie I think the reason I feel that way now is because I've seen like the more recent Halloween movie, and they have like tons of kills. So I thought it was gonna be something like that along the lines. But like overall, the whole story, like I thought it was fine. I really like how they showed us the beginning. At the Skyview.
Yeah, the flashback scene
with the grandma, and she's the whole reason that this is a thing. And I thought what was crazy is as soon as she walked out the fucking house, and she literally told her granddaughter, like, you want to see? Watch. If you don't believe me, boom, killed. Because she said she had this book that knew every way to possibly fucking die. Death was only after her.
Yeah.
Because she was the reason that they didn't get all those other bodies.
It's almost like she watched 1,000 Ways to Die, bro, and then just like wrote everything down. And she knew as soon as the wind started going, she knew, if I walk out here, I'm going to die, bro.
Yeah. Which, to be honest, dude, if I had to live like that, I think I would just let it take me.
Yeah.
Like, I would not. Like, she couldn't leave her house. She couldn't do nothing.
So in my head, I'm thinking to myself, bro, she's talking about she couldn't leave her house and she hasn't left in 20-something years or whatever it was. But then, like, I'm looking at the outside fortress she has. And I'm like, bro. I'm like, bro, like, you had to.
Tony Todd mentioned it.
But he said I helped her.
Yes. Yeah, but, so I thought he was the one that did it all.
Oh, okay.
That's the way
I was thinking, bro.
Because I thought the same. I thought the same as you. I was like, okay, so how did you get this? You just hired a contracting company to like come and build all this shit? But no, it makes sense because he wanted to protect her because once she died, he was next.
Yeah.
And so that made total sense when he said that. Overall, though, the whole family dynamic and all that stuff, I thought it was okay. Like the acting was whatever. That whole story kind of it was just whatever as well. But I did think the kills were gruesome, the way they did die. I did think they were gruesome. And I liked how...
Which one stood out the most?
For me, it was the fucking... when they went into the MRI thing. Yes, that's what I was going to say. And the one that got me with that one was because the whole time, they keep making it seem like it's got to be a bloodline. You got to be a part of the bloodline. And if you're not, you're safe. Like the mom. And then you find out, oh, boy's not part of his son. So then you're like, oh, he's safe. But then he kept fucking with death too much. Yep. And they said that you fuck with death too much, then it's going to get you. And he kept fucking with death too much. He was trying to help his brother. Yeah, he was trying to help his brother, survive and all this stuff and trying to bring him back. And so then death fucking got him. And that shit was crazy how the magnet started bringing them all.
Yeah.
Like, dude, yeah. So and then you saw his dick ring coming out of his pants.
He had all the piercings on his face, and then his nipple piercing, and then his dick piercing.
So, and then you got just like folded in the thing. Yeah, that to me stood out the most. There was a lot of them. And also the ending.
Oh my gosh, dude, bro.
Yes.
The ending to me, I thought was what the fuck, bro?
Yeah. Because you think they survived because they thought she died, but she didn't actually die. And I like how when the doctor said that when they met old boy and he goes,
didn't really die.
He's like, you didn't really die. So then right away you start to get all nervous, and then boom, bro, they fucking die with the trees, with the logs. They were logs, right?
They were logs, yeah. We had the train or whatever was carrying logs, and then end up squishing the fucking kid.
Right, yeah, as they're running, dude, and yeah. So ultimately, I gave it a 6 just because like those movies also like for story and acting, they're not really that. It was more so just for the kills and just to enjoy, So overall, I thought it was a good time.
Yeah, let me see. Same. At the end of the day, was I sitting there going, "Oh my god!" Yeah, and that's all it was. Yes, acting wise, yeah, I did whatever about it. But like, it was interesting. Like, what's the next kill going to be? Yes. And I did like the fact of, I like I said, I haven't watched any of the Final Destinations like that. I've watched bits and pieces, but pretty much where one event happens that makes this domino effect. Boom, there's the kill. So it was cool seeing how they play that out. So in my head, I'm thinking, damn, imagine one person go, okay, I get to pick this kill. How does this work?
Yeah,
and then. It's pretty badass.
Yeah. No, yeah. Especially with like the whole penny dynamic and all that stuff. It's literally a full on trickle effect. So yes, you're right. Like the people writing that movie, that shit that's cool.
Yeah. And how we mentioned earlier, it all started from the grandma because the grandma, whatever, she had a premonition that she went to the Skyview, was going to get engaged. And you see it in the trailer. They showed it in the trailer pretty much. And she saves a whole bunch of people from having this catastrophic event happen on the Skyview. They show it play out, like how every death is going to happen and she eventually dies. But it turns out it was just a premonition. She saves a whole bunch of people
Yeah.
saying, hey, everyone get off the dance floor, yada, yada, yada. But in doing that, how she also said later, when you fuck with death, it will come back and fuck with you.
Mhm.
So she prevented deaths that she wasn't supposed to do.
And it still went and got all those people that
and
survived.
it got all those people and their bloodlines
Yes.
too, which is crazy.
Well, because they should have died, so they should have no bloodline.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have had kids and
Yeah.
grandkids. So the whole concept is crazy. I can see where someone like even Teresa said like she was like I don't want to see it. I have too much anxiety. I can see where like those movies could really psych people out.
I don't know about you. I left that theater.
Yeah, I was being extra careful driving.
I was driving and I was looking at everything when I'm
Yeah.
driving, going, "You fucking move, bro." I was, especially they're doing construction on 30, and I
Yeah.
was looking at the cranes, going, "You fucking
Yeah.
move, bro! Don't you dare fuck."
Yeah,
with me."
that's all. Yeah, even I was like being a little extra cautious. So I could see where those movies would fuck with you for sure.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I just thought, no way, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
good. I am good,
Yeah.
bro.
What else we got?
Superman.
Yeah, trailer came out. Looks fire. I'm so ready for that movie.
The officially the first Superman
Yeah.
trailer. The one we got previously was just a teaser, the announcement trailer, which felt like a damn trailer. But this
those
one is
felt
the
like trailers
first
to me.
official trailer for Superman has been released online. It came out 2 weeks ago. Damn, does it look good, bro?
Yeah, it looks. Yeah,
It looks so
yeah.
good.
I mean, he already didn't even need to put out another one for me to be super fucking hyped because I thought the other ones were great anyway.
Super fucking. Awesome.
But yeah, I mean, this one looks good, dude. I like how Lois is questioning him,
oh, bro,
and-
that beginning was amazing to me, bro. Oh my.
and it really is that
goodness.
notion because you know that's how it would be in real life too. Superman saves a bunch of lives, and then you'd have your people being like, "But that was at his call, though. Why does he think he has the authority to make that call, bro? Shut up. He saved lives."
And they did that in Man of Steel as
Yes.
well, or in BVS as
Yeah.
well. In BVS, like they had that whole montage of, is it really surprising that one man, should have all this power and everything like that, or have this authority and this is, we went through that, and it was really beautiful the way they did in BVS. And this one, just from one trailer, one interview, did you get the president's approval?
Yeah. I didn't need it. I just saved lives.
I just saved lives.
Yeah.
Why? Because people are going to die.
Yeah.
I love that moment, bro. I really do. And there was people that were hating on it, like, "Oh my gosh, Superman is a bad look. He's yelling at a woman." Shut the fuck up, bro. He's pissed.
Yeah.
He thought that the
He
woman
shouldn't-
he thought the woman that he loves isn't going to go like this on him.
Isn't
But no,
gonna
bro,
grill
she's
him.
a reporter.
Well, not only that, he doesn't think he needs to explain himself.
Yes,
because
he doesn't,
bro.
because at
Like
the
you're
end of the day-
saving lives.
Bro.
You're preventing. He said, "I'm preventing a war." Like,
Yeah.
like I don't know what more explanation you need. I don't know, dude. Me personally, and I think. Well, I know this is all fake, but if I could talk to those people in that movie and be like, "Do you actually want to see what it's like when he actually just takes power, full control?" Because I promise you don't want to. So the fact that he's actually being nice and saving everybody and I just think, yeah.
Yeah.
But ultimately, I thought the trailer was fantastic.
I know the one thing that everyone keeps on talking about on Twitter, and first thing that I noticed, especially at the beginning of the trailer, of the okay, Superman, and then Miss Lane.
Yeah.
But
The voice change
the
or, like,
voice
yeah.
change and the posture change. Literally, it's just something as simple as slouch and chilling
Yeah.
as Clark Kent. Miss Lane.
Yeah.
And instantly, because I ended up sending it to you saying, "Bro, call back to Christopher Reeves, bro." Instantly, where he, his posture changed, took off the glasses, and it looks so good. Something as simple as that. To me, I just freaked out about. Nonetheless, the rest of the trailer, bro, we got better look at Guy Gardner's Green Lantern, Isabella Merced as Hawkgirl. Oh my gosh, she's killing it, bro. I'm so excited to see her in that.
No, she really
Metamorpho, we get to see him. It looks like he's holding Superman hostage, or not hostage, but he has him in the cell with Kryptonite and everything. Like, that's crazy.
is. You see a girl with those blades? I
Yes,
don't
the
know who that is.
engineer, bro.
Yeah.
We finally get a good look at the engineer and how her powers are going to play into effect. So, bro, she's breaking into the Fortress of Solitude
Yeah.
for Lex.
Yeah.
And who's there to stop her?
Lex looks good too.
Lex looks great. Who's there to stop, bro? Good boy.
Yeah.
Crypto. Whoop that bitch ass,
Which
bro.
is crazy. He's all CGI because it actually looks like a real fucking dog.
Yes, it does,
Yeah.
bro. But Lex looks so good, bro.
No, yeah, he does. I like the younger looking Lex
Yes.
as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that everyone keeps saying he's the ultimate hater, bro.
Yeah. Well, and he looks clean. Like he just like even with that scene where he's walking with his glasses and shit.
Yeah,
Like he
bro.
just looks like like he
Yeah.
would be like I don't want this other guy outshining me. Like
Yep.
it's so yeah. I'm so excited for the movie, dude.
I'm about to say, and then we get a good look at Pa Kent and Ma Kent,
Yeah.
bro. I cleaned your boots for you. Let me go get them. Bro, I love that little scene, bro. I love that scene.
Yeah, and I think James Gunn, dude. I think we already knew for sure, but like I don't know how many more trailers we need to see for people to realize like he's gonna do this movie justice. Like he's gonna do Superman justice, and hopefully this gives us more Superman movies in the future. Just because it does so good.
So I also saw some complaints. So there's some complaints I want to bring
There's
up.
always
to you.
gonna be complaints,
I know,
dude.
I
I don't
know.
even pay attention to them, to be honest.
For one, people complain about the CGI. They said when that scene where he goes, "Hey, eyes up here," they're like, "Look at his face. He's CGI." I'm thinking, well, yeah, because he's about to fucking take off.
Yes.
What else do you
What
expect?
else do you want? Dude?
What else do you expect? You think they're going to actually launch David Cornsway in the air? Get the fuck out of here. They talked about the damn kaiju, that big old monster. They're saying, look at him, CGI. I'm like, looks good. Looks good to me.
I thought all the CGI looked
It looks
good.
great. And then they also talked about the they talked about the scene with what was it? Guy Gardner, the Green Lantern.
Oh, with how it
With
didn't
the
come
ring.
from his
Yeah,
ring.
it didn't come from his ring. Came from under the ground when he just flicked those guys out.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, y'all for real paying attention.
Well,
God
they're
damn.
for real paying attention, but I've also seen other things where that's happened before, like where it doesn't come straight out of the ring.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, see, any little media I've watched or the comics I've at least read,
I think
I
even-
just noticed that, but I know there's 1,000 more.
And you know who? Yeah, and you know who also said that? King Lion.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, I'm sure he did.
Well, that motherfucker knows everything.
He
so,
for real knows
so yeah, he even
everything.
said that like there's other ones that where it doesn't come straight out of the ring.
So, nonetheless, I'm down for it. But what was the other complaint I had, or I saw people complain about? To me, a part that I really loved in the trailer, bro. Superman crash lands into the ground, and he has a swarm of people pulling up, and one guy helps him out of the rubble, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, you're just making Superman look weak. He needs help from a citizen." Get the fuck out of here, bro. That's their hero.
Yeah.
That's their hero. Of course, they're gonna try to help him up. Hey, bro, dust yourself off, my boy. Get back in the
Not
fight.
only that, dude. Yeah, he's fighting a lot.
Like, he's fighting, bro. Like, what y'all want? Oh my gosh, bro.
I don't know, dude. I don't even look at the
Ah.
critiques, to be honest with you. Everything today in today's age is critiqued so hard, or by people that couldn't even do any better. So I don't even really pay attention, to be honest.
I just think to myself, gosh, bro, y'all are gonna hate this movie. you
think?
Snyder fans are gonna hate this movie.
Yeah,
bro.
I think it's gonna do well. I think just
Oh, so
especially
do
since
I.
James Gunn's attached to it, and I think you're gonna have even like Snyder people go and watch it and give it a chance. I think so.
And how this is another thing. When we went to go see the Lilo and Stitch movie, they played it before. And I'm not gonna lie, in my head I thought I was really happy they played the Superman trailer. Not because it's a Superman trailer, but because I'm thinking, bro, it's a lighter tone and everything like that, cool. But Superman, and for kids, he's a superhero. Like obviously, kids love superhero type shit. Play this movie in front of a family so that family could say, "Oh, we
We're
could
gonna
take
go
our
see
kids
this,
to go
yeah.
see this." Yeah, because my kids are now happy to see that.
Yeah.
Okay, bet, man. We're gonna go to family movie, Superman.
Yeah.
Sounds great. But I even love that my sister's boyfriend. He leaned over to me and he goes, "Oh, James Gunn, he's directing this." He goes, "Oh, that means it's going to be good."
Yeah.
He goes, "He did all the Guardian stuff," and I was
what I'm saying.
And in my head, I thought, "Yes,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is I
Yes.
think since James Gunn's attached, you're already gonna have people that probably wouldn't have seen it before. They're gonna go watch it.
Yeah.
because he's given us no misses.
I would
So-
say home runs,
Yeah.
and then we got that Peacemaker trailer, and then same thing, bro. Home runs.
Yep.
So I mean, nonetheless, I'm ecstatic. The trailer looks fantastic. I can't wait to see this.
Personally, though, I don't want anything else. Like we're already close enough.
Like trailer-wise?
yes. Like I don't need to see anything else, dude. Now, and granted, the first
Marketing
two that
is
we got,
ramping
and
up, bro.
well, yeah, that's
Fuck.
fine. I'll see marketing, that's fine. But like, I don't want another trailer. Like I don't need another one.
Expect at least 2 more TV spots and 1 more trailer.
I just think like, bro, for what? The movie's coming out in like 2 months less. It's about to be June.
Yeah.
So like, we don't need another one. We already have the I don't know. Yeah, but it did good though. You saw how many views it had,
dude. Numbers wise,
compared to Fantastic Four. It blew it out the water.
So from WB, as of right now, WB's YouTube channel, this is just YouTube. It's at 4.1. DC's YouTube channel, 28 million views.
Yeah.
It already outperformed Fantastic Four. And Fantastic Four that trailer's been out for a couple weeks now. In 2 days, it showed it already outperformed it by I think like 3 million
Yeah,
views.
I mean,
and then
Superman's
now it's
big.
just growing more and more and more.
Yeah.
So, oh my gosh, bro, I want to know what like the grand total, because I know that's going to pop up eventually on my feed of like what the full total of all the collective social media and Facebook, whatever, all the views in total. Damn, that trailer did some numbers, bro.
Mhm. The Superman's a big character, dude.
He
Arguably
is.
the biggest superhero of all time.
And it's great that they're starting off with this.
Yeah, I agree.
It's great, and I can't wait to see what they do. Ah, man, this movie, July can't come fast enough, bro.
Yeah.
You
July
have
11th?
you have a great month, bro.
July 11th, right?
Yep, July 11th.
And then Jurassic Park is before. They moved it before.
Jurassic is before. Shit, I didn't even put in that. The trailer looks scary.
Yeah, it
bro.
does. I'm excited to see that one as well.
That trailer, boy.
I'm excited to see that as well.
In my head, I thought I was so tired of seeing the other trailer. Now we got a new one, and this shit just made it look like a horror film, a thriller, bro.
Yeah,
especially that scene where that homeboy, please open the door. Oh, bro, yeah.
Yeah, I hope they fix it because the last one was whatever.
Oh, yes. I can't remember.
I can't remember that. It was the last one with Chris Pratt, though.
What sucks is that, like, bro, they pulled on a nostalgia strings, bro. They got the original cast back for this shit, bro. Oh, my gosh. I was so excited to see Jeff Goldblum in there. I was so excited to see, Neil something. I can't remember his name. Nonetheless, and it was a bad movie.
Yeah.
It was a bad movie.
Yeah,
it still made money, though.
It was not good. It still made money, though.
Made $1 billion.
Yeah.
And it was a bad movie.
Yeah.
So.
That's Jurassic Park, dude. That's the IP.
Bro, at the end of the day, people would just want to see dinosaurs eat people.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that's all fucking kids want to see. Dinosaurs eat people.
Mm-hmm. What else we got?
Last of Us episode 5 and 6.
Yeah, dude. Dude, I can't believe the finale's already this weekend.
The season finale is tomorrow,
I feel like there's still
bro.
a lot. I told Teresa, I was like, babe, there's still a lot, though.
There is.
And, like, it's already the finale. But I get it. Like, it's TV pacing has got to be different than game pacing.
Yeah.
I understand. So, you want to talk about 5 and 6, or you just want to talk about 6?
5 and 6, bro.
So 5 was
The Spores
right?
and
Yes.
Nora.
So, I liked 5. I know there was a lot of people hating on it as well. I will say though, I do understand now the people that are saying like Ellie doesn't seem like she's taking this like too serious.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I get that negative feedback because like in the game, Ellie, dude, you could tell this is the worst time in her life.
Yep.
Like you can tell like that even though she has this thing going on with Dina, like she's not even focused on Dina. She's like, stay your ass back. You're pregnant. Yep. Stay your ass back. I'm focused on doing this.
Yep.
And in this one, it does feel like Ellie, like she was even making jokes with old boy, Jesse when they're running, and I'm just like, dude. I mean, now I see like, okay, I wish they would make her more just pissed off.
Yep.
Overall, though, it was so cool seeing the Sarah fights.
Yep.
So cool seeing that shit. It was so cool. I really liked the different scene how they did where they're going through that building, and then you see one stalker, and then you turn around and then you see like 7 stalkers all. And that shit was scary as fuck.
I just remember audibly, I just looked at Emily and said, "Get the fuck out of here, bro." I was, oh my
and
God.
One of my other critiques has been like, Dina's kind of the leader, right? Like,
yes.
And in the game, Ellie is the leader.
Yes.
I finally liked in episode 5 seeing Ellie be like, "Trust me on this. Like, I know what I'm doing. Go run there. I know this better than like your brain skills or whatever."
Yeah.
So like, you go there, and even though she ultimately was gonna die,
she was
or whatever, but Jesse ended up saving her, and that's different also from the game. It's a different way that you do that. But see, like, I wanted to see the way that they brought Jesse in the game. I wanted to see that live action, and we're not going to. So either way, though, I mean, I was happy with episode 5. I liked how old girl tried to explain to Ellie like Nora why they did what they did to Joel, and she pretty much just said, "I know." But like that's not changing anything. Like your ass is still fucking dead.
Woo, bro. When she started chasing her, or whatever, she started going through the house, like, "Oh, this is from the game."
Yeah.
And then the lights turned red, and I thought, "Oh my gosh!" I was so happy seeing that.
Yeah.
Shit.
But ultimately, I was happy with episode 5.
Episode 5 wasn't bad. I agree. I do see, because I think even you sent to me, whatever, the differences between the game and the show, like just how Ellie acts and how she's not so serious and how she's more playful and everything. It's almost like the whole Joel thing. Yes, she is coming out here for revenge, but it hasn't really affected her. I understand that. I saw someone, or no. Campia brought up something that I've never, ever thought about. And it's a pretty good analogy when I think about it. He says, Ellie is like Batman, bro. It's like Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne died the night his parents were murdered in front of him, and Batman was born from there.
Yes.
Ellie died when Joel
Yeah.
was murdered right in front of her, and the vengeful Ellie was born. So hence why in the game she is the way she is. She is serious.
Dude, she's savage.
Bro. Savage.
Yes.
Savage, bro. So the critiques of she's not so serious, yada yada yada. Like, you know, she's over, like you said, she's making jokes and everything like that. Like it was off. It was very off. that red light turns on, bro. Hey, bro, Batman came out a little
Yeah.
bit. You know that.
I did like that. I
That
liked
vengeful
seeing
Ellie
that
came
Ellie.
out, bro, when she kneeled in front of her and said, "I don't care.
Yeah.
Tell me where Abby." Oh shit, bro.
Yeah.
I was scared.
Yeah.
I was shit.
I liked seeing that.
Yeah. And she went for it too,
Yeah.
bro. I'm not gonna lie, it was clean though. Just even though we saw it in the game, but the live action aspect of it, when she's walking through that thing, spores in the air, bro, and she's for real just breathing that shit.
Yeah, Nora's
in.
like you killed us both, and then she realizes like
She said,
she's
"You're
the one.
her."
Yeah, she's the one.
Yeah, bro, I'm her, bro.
So and I did like the little callback that they did to old girl's son. How he went down there and they first found the spores.
Yes,
and
yes,
then,
yes,
and
yes,
then
yes.
You see his body there.
Later you see him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you see him. Which I just think, gosh, once again, this explains why this would be the worst type of zombie apocalypse to fucking live in. Like you just walk in a room and you don't realize there's a spore there, you're fucked.
Yep.
Like like if you don't have a mask on, you're fucked.
Yep.
So
And then at the end of that episode, we get the flashback.
yes,
That
and then
leads
and
into
then
episode
that leads into
6.
episode 6. So episode 6 is all about Joel and Ellie, which I do like because in the game that's a big segment as well. Like you do a flashback and you go with Joel and you explore the dinosaur park and which I kind of wish they would have explored it a little bit more than they did. Because in the game you explore for a while. I like that too, and I like seeing Joel. So they did it different in the game. In the game, they don't really do this, but in the show, they did each birthday of Ellie.
Yes,
and it kind of leads on, and it shows multiple years and how their relationship changes.
We did from her turning 16 all the way till 19, right?
Yeah. And so you see like it's still happy-go-y Ellie, and then you start seeing like
slowly
Joel having to get on her, and then their relationship just deteriorate a little bit. You see him catch her with a girl.
Yeah, bro. And the tattoo and the girl and weed and everything, bro. Or smoking cigarette, whatever it is.
Yeah.
When he told her, he goes, "So what? All the teenage shit at one time."
Yeah.
Really, bro. He got mad.
Yeah, but and you see like how he for real looks at her as his daughter.
Oh, that's
his
daughter, bro.
Yeah, like you see.
That's his daughter.
So I thought this episode was good too. I like seeing Joel again. Like I like seeing Pedro as Joel. I thought he did a good job. They did do things a little different though as well. Like that whole scene with her and Joel talking on the porch. Like that's at the end of the game.
So that was at the end of the game. That was at the end of the game, and I'm not gonna lie. There's not many times where I think to myself, "Oh, they did this better." I think the show did it better in the game.
Well,
than the game.
The overall porch conversation, I think, is better.
Yes,
but
yes.
I still think I would have preferred it at the end, maybe of this. It doesn't have to be at the end of like next season,
but
maybe like at the end of this season
because the way it was in the game.
Yeah, like just cause like like this, like all these moments that we got with Joel are scattered in the game.
Yes,
where this one was just a full episode of it all at once.
It was scattered in the game, but it was nice just because off the cuff, with the season finale next week, you let the audience know. Her passing Joel and having that moment at the, with him defending her and saying, "What the fuck is wrong?" That's not the last conversation we had, bro. Because it seemed like it.
Yes.
Obviously, for those who played the game, it made it look like it. For those who watched the show, you may have thought, bro, he really died with that.
Well, I even told Teresa, because she asked, and I told her, I said, "Yeah, babe." Like, I didn't want to tell her, like, they have that thing. So I was like, "Yeah, babe, that was the last thing she said." And then the porch caught, and I was like, "Oh, fuck." I was like, "Well, now you know." Like, yeah, that was, I just thought it was going to be later. I just thought it was going to be later.
But it was so good. It was an emotional ass scene.
They both are probably going to get an award.
Oh, bro, and Pedro Pascal, bro, so good in that scene,
so was Bella.
So was Bella.
Bella did a great job.
But I love the fact that, like, even the scene of her saying, "Don't lie to me," did you do this? And he just shaking his head. Did you do? Yeah. And then like all those little moments. Oh my god, I love those.
So didn't the trailer show that Ellie had run away? In the game, Ellie runs back to the hospital to see what happened, and then Joel goes after her, and he's like, "Don't run off like that without telling me." Remember? You know what I'm talking about?
In the trailer?
I thought the trailer for the next episode showed that. But you know what I'm talking about in the game?
Yes.
I thought the trailer had showed that also for this episode, and I was like, I think they just threw a 180 on us and just like made us. I swear I saw Ellie run away to the hospital, and she's sitting there, and then Joel comes and says like the whole same thing, like Pedro. I thought I saw a trailer for that somewhere.
I have to look.
But I'll have to look. But they did that different as well, because that's where Ellie finds out about everything. Now it's not the porch conversation.
Yeah. No. Yes. You're right. You're right.
But here they did it on the porch.
Yes. One thing I do like about, jumping from the porch and going back to the very beginning. We got a backstory for Joel.
Yeah, I thought that was cool too.
We got a backstory from Joel. Hey, bro, swordsman, bro.
Yeah.
From Daredevil.
Yeah.
I like that too. But
he's also in Better Call Saul.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
I liked it though because in my head I thought, yeah, you could be Pedro's dad.
Yeah.
I was like, I can see the resemblance in some type of way, sure. But it was a really good
I like
thing.
it.
Bro.
Well, and they have that call, like how he's trying to be a better father than his father was, and then he tells Joel like, hopefully you can be a better father than I was.
And I hope you one day can do better than I did.
And then he even called, and then there's that call back at the end of the episode.
Oh.
He tells Bella that, and it was beautiful. Like that whole scene was beautiful. I just wish they would have done it at the end.
Yeah, no, I get it. But that whole when he did the callback once again audibly, I go, oh my god,
Yeah.
It's like, oh, there it is.
Oh, yeah, Pedro
It got my head, bro.
Pedro, and I watched at the end they do the whole like where the director's talking whatever.
Yes.
And Neil told him
Yes.
like he says he talked about how like this
scene.
is a very important scene to me, and and he was like, I don't even know why I told him that. Like they killed it. They're professionals.
And he said it was perfect.
Yeah,
he said it was.
He said he
absolutely
cried.
perfect. Yeah. The one thing I did like, I mean, this is the part that really got me inside the monologue between them. He said, "But if I somehow had a second chance at the moment, I would do it all over again." Ellie goes, "Because you're selfish?" Because I love you, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh my god, that's your daughter." Bro.
Well, and also what's different in the show too is they literally say it straight up that a cure could have been made.
Yes.
Whereas in the game, it's always just
You never
speculation.
know.
You just really never know.
You never know, bro.
You never know.
One thing notes wise, so you brought up after the show ends, they talk about everything like that. Neil Druckmann and them talk. One thing I did not know, and unless I did, and they just went from my mind. He says before the second game came out, they were already working on the first season of the show and breaking it down. I was like,
"Oh wow,
wait, what?"
So he knew it was
I
going
was
to
like,
get made into a show.
they knew the show was going to
guess I
come
didn't
out
catch that.
at the beginning. Like I legit paused it, rewind. I was like, what did he just say? And yes, because he said they were working on the kinks or they were going to working on the second game and everything like that. And Craig Mazin came to him and was like, "Hey, yeah, we need to break down this first season, yada yada yada." He said, "Hey, can I show you something from the second game?" He goes, "Yeah," and he showed him the scene where they're at the museum with the planets. So he showed him that in the game, and Craig said, "We're definitely doing that. And we're gonna do it beat for beat."
Yeah,
he goes,
they
"We
made
are
it spot on,
They made it spot on. It's from scratch, the actual working one." I was like, "Damn, that's pretty cool." But yeah, and that blew my mind. I was like, "Bro, they
even
knew.
the stars." He said that they got from the dollar store.
Oh
He said
yeah,
some
little
pictures,
little
They weren't
rhinestones.
stars, yeah, they were little
rhinestones.
rhinestones,
Yeah, I was like, bro, that's so cool.
Yeah.
And in the show, it looks great.
Yeah, the show looks great.
The show it looks great. Another thing from the episode, bro. God damn, bro. It was a beautiful episode. There were some moments where it was crazy, but the Eugene scene, bro.
Oh yeah,
That was to see a little.
I like how
thing
they
with
did that as well.
But bro,
Because in the game, it's not really a big deal.
No,
like they
no.
mention Eugene, but it's not.
You
You
don't-
don't think
you
about it
don't
ever
really
again.
think
You
much
don't think
about it, bro.
ever
The
again.
Catherine O'Hara's character, what's her name in it, bro?
The therapist.
The
I forget
therapist.
Her, name, yeah.
Her husband is Eugene and everything like that.
Yeah.
But
So they do a little backstory.
Joel tells her, he wanted to say he loves you, and because Joel had to kill him because he was infected.
Yeah.
And he tells him, he wanted to say he loved you. He was brave. He went out brave. He wasn't scared. Yada yada yada. And she hugs him. She embraces him, bro. And she thanks him because the episode prior,
She's Gail. Sorry.
Gail, and then Gail ends up telling, because I think it's like the episode or 2 episodes prior, we hear she was like, "I really don't like you.
Yeah.
You shot my husband in the head. I do not like it." And what the fuck?
So then, yeah, we're like, what the
how-
heck?
How? This shows how it happens. And Ellie, bro, right there, he's lying. That's not how it happened.
And you see the
look
look in
on-
Joel's face, like, what are you doing, like,
bro? Instantly, I go, "You bitch,
Yeah.
bro!" Oh my gosh, yeah, I got so
And
mad.
I don't know if you noticed, she told him, she said, "You swore,"
Yeah.
and she wasn't talking about him telling her.
She's talking about-
she's talking about before, and right away, because as soon
'Cause
as
she
he
knew.
did that, as soon as he killed him, and she shows up in the house with the horse, and she gives that look, I thought, oh, she knows now. She
Yep.
knows now he lied.
Yep.
And
then
yeah,
she says it later on the porch.
Yeah.
You had that same look when you swore
Yeah.
about the fireflies and everything like that.
Yep.
She knew everything at that moment, and she knew this man was lying.
Right.
But
So that's why it's like, that's where I get torn, because it's like episodes like this I appreciate because there's a little bit more backstory than we get in the game. In the game, their relationship's already fucked. It's already fucked, and like, you don't see the porch scene till the end, and then Joel just dies, and that's it. This one leads up to, it shows you how Ellie realizes that he was lying. It shows, so like, I don't know. I appreciated this episode a lot. I thought it was really good. And then at the end, you see her showing back up to the theater.
yeah,
I'm telling you, I think this season is going to end with Abby doing what she does to Jesse.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because you see that one little scene whenever
Yeah.
her and Jesse are running
Yes.
or whatever, and I thought, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
bro, here we go. Shit's about to start.
Yep. And
Here we go.
And so that's what. And I would see. That's why it's like.
He jumps.
That's why we mentioned this so many times beforehand, but it's like the second game is so long. You really could do even Ellie's part in 2 seasons if you wanted to. There's so many parts that we skipped out on. There's so many parts that Jesse's Jesse's moments, like Jesse's badass in the game as well, and we barely got to see really any of them. We didn't even get to see any of what Tommy's doing. I told Teresa, I was like, babe, Tommy, I was like, you'll roll up on people and you'll see Tommy just tortured this guy. Yep. Like Tommy's pissed as fuck too.
Yeah.
And so like there's so many things that we don't see in this part, and so I kind of just wish it was a little longer. When they said it was already the season finale, I was like, dude.
I was shocked.
I was like, we still have so much to see.
Yeah.
Like, we still have so much. And we both said it. Like, we wanted even the office scene where Ellie's walking by herself in the office and seeing the stalkers. Like, and we're just not getting any of that.
We're gonna get that.
Yeah, we're not getting any of that. So, I mean, it is what it is. But, yeah, I mean, I thought it was going to be a little longer. But overall, I'm happy with this. I think the show has to be different. It can't be the same as the game.
Yeah.
The pacing's got to be different. It's got to be more emotional. It's got to be. So I understand.
To work for TV, it has to do all this.
Yes.
A couple things that we found out, though. Neil Druckmann confirms that the Fireflies could have made a cure in The Last of Us. Our intent would have. He says, our intent is that they would have made a cure that makes the most that makes the most interesting philosophical question for what Joel does. And, I mean, that confirms everything that, we heard from the game because you said earlier, right, that they did say no in the game. It was
always up in the open, and in the game, and especially in the first one, which by the way, I started playing the first one again.
No, nice.
I bought it. It was only like $5. In the first one, when you're Joel and you're in the hospital, there's stuff that you can walk around and you can find shit like notes and audio recordings. There's stuff where they talk about how people have died with them trying to make a cure. Me personally, I still think it would have been all for nothing because 1, how do you mass distribute it? 2, Abby's dad, who they literally said in the show was a veterinarian. Well, how the fuck is this guy going to make the cure of all people? And not only that, when the thing happened, he probably was only in med school. So, like, I don't know. I still think Joel did the right decision. I still think he saved her, and she would have died for nothing. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
Now, yes, I think theoretically a cure could have been made. But, like, you don't know how long that would have been, and you don't know if that would have been from Ellie or somebody, like, I don't know.
And not just that, bro. The world's already fucked. It doesn't matter if you make a cure. Yes, you could save a couple.
People won't go back to the old-fashioned ways.
Them bloaters, you ain't saving them.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Well, I think it's more so just like
to stop
curing everybody and then eventually just killing all the zombies. But then you have your the raiders or whatever they call it. Like you have your people that will not be able to transform back to regular society.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll be very hard.
Catherine O'Hara came out and said that season 3 will focus on Abby's storyline. It's Abby's. She's saying it's Abby's story, and we kind of figured that's the way it's going to play out. That season 3, when they do it, will be all about Abby.
Yeah.
I mean, because we kind of get that in the game, or we do get that, not kind of. We get that in the game where we follow Ellie all the way to a certain point. Then you backtrack and go all the way to Abby's story and where we leave her off in one point, and then we kind of meet them at one point. And we always said, bro, season 2 Ellie, season 3 Abby, season 4.
Them
meeting each other, and everywhere we go with them. We always knew that was going to happen. Oh, we said, that's the best way to do it. And even Craig Mazin said The Last of Us needs 4 seasons to finish the story of the game. Duh.
Yeah, I think it could have been more, to be honest with you. It could have been 6.
6 would be crazy.
Dude, you could have done 2 with Ellie, 2 with Abby, and then the last one.
Where would you leave this season? If they said you get 2 seasons with Ellie, where would you leave it?
You could have left.
Where would you end this season?
You could have left it with. Okay, so let's see. So if they went based off the actual game, then we would not be where we're at now. And you could have left it when Jesse shows up to save her, because there's a lot that happens in between them, and Ellie's off by herself on a lot of things, and there's a lot of things that Ellie does by herself that the game didn't show. Yeah. So in the game, there's that, which I love this mission, by the way, but there's where like you have to go through those houses and kill the WLF.
Yeah.
And then there's a lot of them though, and then Jesse ends up being the one that shows up to help her.
Yeah. You
could have ended season 1 with that.
That was so freaky.
And then there's still enough events to lead into another season of just Ellie's things.
Yeah.
But like I said, I get the why, because like you also have to think about from a viewer standpoint. are we going to be able to keep the viewers engaged for this many seasons?
Yeah.
When they already know what happens in the game, like, so I understand. I'm just saying though, there's still a lot of things that they skipped over, and for this to be it for Ellie's part, I don't know.
That one, the mission you're talking about, bro. Shit, them damn dogs, boy.
Yeah, they pissed me
Them
the
damn
fuck off.
dogs,
They pissed
boy.
me the fuck off.
I go one way.
Yeah.
They shut
Yeah.
the fuck up.
They pissed me the fuck off. But when I play New Game Plus, and I have my rifle, bro, and you have the suppressor on it.
Yeah.
So, dude, I was just in there, like, bro, I was in there just roaming around because you already know, like, now you play like those clips, like, those clips that we send each other.
Yeah.
Where like those people are so badass, dude. So I just feel like, yeah, we could have got stuff like that. Like that mission alone could have been a good like 30, 40 minutes if you wanted to in an episode. So I don't know, but it is what it is. Ultimately, I know a lot of people are hating on the season, but I don't think it's that bad.
No, I'm enjoying it. I really am enjoying it.
My biggest critique is Ellie does seem too happy-going. But I told Teresa, I was like, but it's different, babe, in the show, because in the game, she's already done hooked up with Dina when she comes. So that little honeymoon little thing that them first getting together is I don't want to say it's over, but like something has come up that's in the way of that now.
Yeah.
And so now they're all about business.
Yeah.
But in the show, they don't get together till they're in Seattle.
Yeah.
And so Ellie has kind of almost like, I don't want to say she's forgotten about Joel, but like now she has this other thing that she's happy about that's kind of just offsetting the depressedness that she felt.
Yeah.
And so I told Teresa, I was like, maybe that's why they did it that way. Like maybe that's why she's not as mad as she is in the game that she is here. So ultimately though, yeah, I can't believe it's already the final season.
She's trying to be better, bro. Like Joel said, hope you do better. If you ever, are blessed to have one of your own, bro. And now she finds out she's trying to do better.
See, that's where like, okay, they talk about the cure and all this shit. I look at that and I think, okay, why are we not making her have children to like get this bloodline going?
I understand you like girls, but
yes, but like you want to take a sacrifice, do that so you can have children, and then we can really start like having more immune people.
Yeah.
So because then if those children have kids with other people, then their kids, and so like then it's just you start blowing up the population of immune people.
Damn,
but of course, the one immune person, the one fucking immune person is lesbian and is not gonna have kids. Like
I was just about to say, bro. Think about it. I'd be so pissed, be like, "Oh, there's a cure. She likes girls." God damn it,
yeah.
Bro. Please,
there's one person that's immune, and this bitch is lesbian. She's not finna reproduce or nothing. Like so, yeah. Of course they made it that way. I don't know, man. I hope that they make a third game.
So do I, bro.
I watched the clip today about Neil saying that he sees a third. It was at the end of that The Last of Us that the YouTube.
Yes.
At the end, and he still sees a third story. And I just think, and then apparently, like this week, or was it this week or last week, that where he said like Naughty Dog is working on another game that he's producing. I don't know. I don't think it's Last of Us, but dude, if they came out with a third game, I think that would be amazing.
What if? The end of this week's or tomorrow's episode on the behind the scene, he says, and stay tuned for the game. Last of Us 3.
That would be crazy.
Last of Us 3. Announce. Boom.
That would be crazy.
Break the internet because it's the season finale, and break the internet because we are getting confirmed Last of Us 3 video game.
The game would overshadow.
What if he shows a trailer? Oh my god.
No.
What if?
The game announcement though would overshadow that finale.
Yeah, it would.
That's how big
just
the game
an
is.
Announcement.
That's
bro.
how big the game is. If him officially saying there's a third game, that would outshine the episode, I think.
That would be so great.
Yeah.
Ah.
Anything else?
That's it, bro. We went. There was a lot we had to go over. There was some stuff, like I said, we didn't go over. We had to take out from the episode. But nonetheless, bro, we good.
Yeah. All right. We'll catch you guys next week.
All right. Later, guys.